Posting pictures on the gram so other people know that we're more than friends.
Hey loves, and welcome back to the channel. It is so good to have you back here again. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a behind the scenes, a tour of my new filming studio, as well as showing you guys my current filming setup, what equipment I'm using, accessories, basically all that makes up this entire production process. That's what I'm going to be talking about, as well as showing you in this video. So if you are interested, be sure to stick around, don't go anywhere, and let's get right into this video. Okay, so I'm definitely excited for this one because if you guys know me, you know that I am a production, setup, background kind of person. I love DIYs and I love the behind the scenes aspect of, creating content as a content creator, as a YouTuber, whatever you want to call yourself or whatever you want to call me. So in this video, I'm going to take you on the entire process. I'm going to be showing you guys how I transformed this empty space, or what used to be an empty space, or what used to be an empty room, into my entirely smart and lean production filming beauty room. Now, if you guys are someone who is looking for inspiration, you kind of are curious to know what equipment I'm using, because I see you guys in my comment section saying you like my quality. But in this video, I'm going to be spilling all the tea, showing you guys the behind the scenes like I always do. I have like a couple of videos regards to setting up and what my previous filming studio setup looked like. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll leave the playlist over here so you can check it out and get acquainted and updated with what I do. So basically, yeah, I'm gonna start off with my equipment, also gonna talk about my setup, my background, what I have going on, and how we created this beautiful environment right here that you guys are seeing. So I have sort of broken this video into two parts. This part whereby I'm just kind of talking about what equipment I'm using, as well as the setup, and then the second part, which is going to be a tour where I kind of walk around and show you guys the thought process behind everything. So before we dive into like the specs, the details, and the setup, I wanted to kind of give you guys an overview of my entire setup, theme and inspiration, and what I wanted the end result to look like. And I wanted something different compared to what I previously had. Yeah, I had a lot of tripods going on. It was too clumsy. I had a lot of things in my studio, and that was something I was trying to eliminate here. So the theme here, or the inspiration here, was to keep it very lean, very minimal, but still very effective and smart. I also wanted to infuse a little bit of, that earthy echo feel to it. That's why I have some plans going on. So I wanted it to be very modern, but still very smart and efficient. Okay, so a question that I get asked often, which is quite amazing because I think I've been using this camera for a while. I think the difference, or the major difference, would definitely be the setup and the space that I'm working with currently now. I'm using the same camera I've been using for the past year, maybe 2 years. I think the past 2 years, I think. This is the Canon EOS M6 Mark II, right? It's a small portable camera, perfect for vlogging, but also perfect for studio filming setup like this. Like if you're trying to use this for a multi-purpose use, if you want to use it to vlog, to create content, sit down content like these tutorials, this is amazing. This is like a 360 camera, and I love it because it shoots in 4K. Occasionally I do shoot in 4K. However, when I'm creating like long form content, I tend to shy away from 4K because it is a lot in terms of volume and the file size. So I tend to shoot in 1080p at 60 frames because I like that movement. But again, but yeah, that's the camera I'm using. I've been using this for like 2 years now, and it's absolutely amazing. It's beginner friendly when it comes to my lens. Because of the variety of content that I'm making on my channel and my diversity, I use primarily the Sigma 30mm 1.4 lens. I've been using this lens for like almost 3 years, and this is most times I'm filming, I'm like 99.9% of the time using this lens. It's simply amazing. It's just spot on. It's multifunctional, and I love it. Another lens that I've been using up late, and I use occasionally whenever I'm vlogging or I want to create like fashion content or content that like shows off the landscape. I'm going to use that when I'm kind of taking you guys on the tour, is my Sigma 16mm 1.4 lens. So this is my Sigma 16mm 1.4 lens. It is a bit heavy. It does have weight to it. You can feel the quality of it, but this is definitely an investment that I feel like everyone should make. I mean, if you had to pick one of these two, I'd definitely pick this one because you can get more out of content with this than with the 30mm, because with this you can vlog, you can create cooking content, you know, makeup, beauty content, fashion content. This is multi-use and multi-purpose. So yeah, definitely go for this. But what I want to do right now, I'm going to swap it up so you guys can see the difference in terms of, you know, the width and the dimension. Like I said, I'm using a Sigma 30mm f1.4 lens. Now again, you guys can see that it's pretty wide. However, I'm using an adapter. I'm using the Viltrox adapter, and because of this adapter, you guys have that full frame look. Now, I just recently invested in this adapter, like I think a couple of months ago, and I'm actually loving it because with this adapter, I get that full frame look on my cropped sensor camera. So this is what it would typically look like filming on a full frame camera. However, I'm going to switch it up to my the basic Canon adapter, because again, with these lenses, with most lenses, you have to use an adapter for the M mount. So I'm going to switch it over to this one so you guys can see what 30mm truly looks like on a crop sensor camera. Amazing. Now do bear in mind that I'm still using the same lens. However, the difference is that I just switched up the adapter. Now this is the adapter that I was talking about. This is the Viltrox mount. It has like a 0.71 X factor, so that way it gives like that full frame look. But with this one, this is originally what a 30mm lens would look like, sitting in the same position, using the same camera and using the same lens. The only difference is the adapter. So you guys can see that this adapter kind of gives me variety. It gives me full frame camera. It gives me diversity in the sense that I can have one lens and then it looks like I have two lenses, if that makes sense. So now it feels like I'm filming on a different lens, whereas it's basically the same lens. But what I want to do is to play around with the 16mm so you guys can see what 16mm looks like. Amazing. So this is what the 16mm looks like. Like I said, with 16mm you get like more of that landscape feel. It shows off more of your background, and it's amazing if you're filming like fashion, beauty, food, vlogging content. This is so amazing. It's just a little bit too heavy for vlogs, but if you can, you know, compromise and manage it, then definitely it would work for you. But yeah, this is what 16mm looks like. Okay, beautiful. So again, this is what the Viltrox adapter paired with my 30mm f1.4 Sigma lens looks like, and I love it because it's more cropped in, so it focuses more on me, the subject, as opposed to the environment. Another thing I want to talk about with my setup, something that's completely different compared to what I've been doing for the past couple of years, is my lighting. And I feel like I play around with lighting a lot, and it definitely makes and breaks your content. It elevates your content from literally 0 to like 1 million, and I'm not even exaggerating. So currently speaking, I'm filming with two types of lighting. Basically, I'm filming with my natural lighting, which you guys can see. You can see this window over here. This is kind of adding like light to my background. I have another one facing me. I'm also filming with my studio lighting just to cancel out any shadows and to also illuminate me, because a girl is a little bit extra. But I'm going to be turning it off and on just to show you guys what the difference looks like. It's totally optional. If you are someone who is not interested in so much light like I am, then you can definitely switch it up and do it your style. But yeah, the lights that I'm using, the studio lights that I'm using right now, are from a brand called Yongnuo. You guys, I feel like they need to sponsor me at this point because I talk about these lights in every video. I'm absolutely in love with this. I'm currently using the Yongnuo YN600. Now I have 4 of this LED lighting. It is super amazing. It is super bright. It is super eco-efficient. It is smart because it is controlled easily using my remote control. Turn it off right now. Let me turn this one off. You guys can see the difference that made turn it on. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like in 1 minute. I like to film using this window right here. I like to keep it open just because I like this natural window light. Basically, this is what I use. I also use a sheer curtain. You guys can see like it is really bright. That's how bright this is. I don't know if you guys can see how super huge this window is. I do film with my LED lights as well as my natural lights, and this is what it looks like. So like I said initially, I kind of control my LED lights using this remote control. This is what they look like. They work with batteries as well, so it's super easy to start filming. If I want to turn this off, I will just click this button and it goes off. If I wanted to turn this off, I click this button and goes off, right? Hey, so when it came to lighting, something I knew that I wanted to do and I had to do was to take everything up. Now, because again, I have a lot of lighting system going on, I have a lot of equipment with lighting going on. I did have a lot of tripods, like I said in the beginning. That kind of made my studio very clustered and not easy to work with and walk around. So I decided to take everything up. I kind of did a lot of research and I found this ceiling hanging light stands, which were amazing because they do extend out. So you can simply hang your lighting, whatever equipment you have. I can even hang my camera, but I didn't want to take that risk. So I have my lighting setup hung now on the ceiling, and I can't tell you how much of a difference this makes in terms of making my studio just feel like professional. If that makes sense. So I have them hung. I do have diffusers at the front here. I don't have diffusers at the back. I do have a ceiling stand, and I do have a socket at each corner, so that way I don't have wires hanging down. I kind of rolled the wires up. You guys will see me installing it. I'll play like an installation video so you guys can also see what I have going on. And I also have one light that is directly facing me just to illuminate my face and to give my face a little bit of like glow, if that makes sense. I know I'm a little bit extra, but again, this is the behind the scenes. I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. I can easily work with this too. I also have two lights behind me that also act as my backlight and maybe even my hair lights. I'm just going to turn this one on, even though I know that it's going to be a little bit bright. It's going to be really bright, but I want you guys to see how that illuminates my hair and my back at the same time. So it makes me stand out from the background, from the wall. And just turn that on. I'm so scared. Can you see how that like adds light around here? And I have the two lights on actually. If I want to make this work, I would simply turn or close this window. Let me just do that right now. Okay, so I kind of like what this looks like now. So I went ahead to just open my curtain just halfway, and you know, I'm kind of compromising this right now. But everything again will be listed down in the description box, just in case you're curious. I always have all my filming equipment listed down below, so do check it out, and let's go on to the next one. Also, if you guys want me to go in depth with my lighting, do let me know, and I'll be sure to kind of focus on that as well in another video. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's move on to my microphone, which is something that is pretty basic. It's pretty inexpensive. It's very beginner friendly, and that is this lavalier that I've been using for like, I don't know, but it's been a while, and I've been loving at the same time. This is just the easiest for me when it comes to setting up. Yeah, I have the lavalier over here. I just hide it inside, just so you guys don't see it peeking through. And this is the easiest for me. It's very inexpensive. It's literally like clip and go. It is battery operated, so you do have to bear in mind that you might have to be changing this at least every two months, or whenever the battery runs out. The batteries are pretty inexpensive. They come in like a pack of 10, so that could last you for like a year or two, depending on how frequent you film. Because I like being very detailed with my video. This is the battery here. I already went ahead to take out one, and that's what I'm filming with right now. You can get this from any supermarket, any store. Literally, it's like it's so accessible. But another way to preserve the battery life is to switch it off when you're done recording on your camera and switch it back on. Make sure you switch it back on whenever you want to record, because sometimes, a lot of times I have recorded about 5 minutes worth of content only to realize that I wasn't recording or it wasn't turned on. So yeah, that's a hack, but be sure to make sure that you turn it on whenever you want to film. But yeah, this microphone is the Boya lavalier microphone. But again, it will be in the description box and I'll be sure to write it out somewhere here. This works on all and any device that you're recording with. It works on, your phone, it works on your desktop, on your laptop, it works on your camera, it works on literally any recording device. You can easily switch. So when it comes to my tripod, this is probably the most basic accessory with filming, because you do want to get a tripod that is really sturdy, especially if you're using any recording device, whether you're using your mobile phone or your camera or a compact camera. You do want a tripod that is decently sturdy enough, and the one I'm using right now is Yuan Teng. I'm not sure if that's how to pronounce it, but it's been doing an amazing job. I use it on the go, travel with it, go out with it, because it's quite portable and it's kind of easy to set up, but it's so sturdy. It rotates 360, it tilts up and down, and it just does the work for me. So yeah, that's a tripod you can definitely try out if you are interested. I know there's Manfrotto, there are other brands that have amazing tripods, but yeah, do check them out as well. Okay, so now I think I've talked about basically everything that is important. Next up, I just want to focus on my filming table. I feel like if you are a content creator, you do need to have like a work or filming table that you use in creating content. So this is my work table. This rug, I got this rug, I'm not sure if it was Instagram or from GG or from this table, definitely from Instagram, from a brand called Talo. I'm not sure if that's how to pronounce it, Sha. But I saw a couple of influencers here in Nigeria use this in their office space, filming space, and I figured this is very simple, sleek, and it will also work with what I wanted, which is something very simple and sleek. This is where I film. Like I said, I do have this reflector over here to kind of bounce the lights coming from the window, as well as my ceiling LED lights. I have this mirror that I use to make up, but I also use in illuminating my face at the same time. My brushes, and then my accessory bag. Basically, I also spray painted this pink as well when I was spray painting the drawer knobs gold as well, just so we could match and tie down with this pink. And that I pretty much have what I use on a regular, like my microphone for vlogging. I have a pair of scissors that I use. I have basically my filming go-to accessories and tools in here. So yeah, that's what I have on this table. I have my laptop stand over here. I typically would have my laptop here. This table is so functional for me. I like to keep this very simple and clean, so it's not too clustered. I also have my laptop, I forgot to mention that, on my laptop stand, and basically I use this as my monitor. And yeah. Okay, so before I dive into showing you guys what my filming space looks like and taking you guys on a tour of like the behind the scenes, what I have going on and inside the drawers and all that, I do want you guys to know that if you know me, you know that I like to utilize my space and I like to create diversity with my backdrops and all that. So something that I put in mind when I was kind of planning out this space was I wanted it to be very simple, but I also wanted each wall to be very effective and to be useful. So each wall I kind of have planned it for a type of content. So this wall basically is pretty much like my beauty, sit down, tutorial kind of content. This other wall that you guys are seeing right now is where I would typically film like my fashion content. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about, but this is where I'll film my fashion content. This wall that you guys aren't seeing right now has a mirror in front of it and has some little accessories as well. I can also use this wall to film like a beauty tutorial. This wall I can also use it to film like a business kind of talk going on. So each wall is a different set for me when it comes to creating content. I just don't want you guys to be seeing this backdrop. I want you guys to see diversity, different angles, so it kind of shows off your creativity and your ability to kind of also work with what you have. That makes sense. So I can have like one small studio, but it looks like I have one massive, you know, I have a massive space. Okay, so when you walk into my studio, to the left side you can pretty much see like an overview of what the studio looks like. Hi. To the left is basically where my studio is, which is what you guys are currently backing. You can't see anything right now because you're obviously backing it, but you see glimpse of, you know, b-rolls and all of that. But the first thing I want to show you guys is going to be my studio wardrobe setup. Basically, this is a little bit like on the rough side, so do bear with me, but this is basically where I store all of my equipment that I'm not using presently. It's a very small wardrobe setup. This is where I have like all my office equipment. My sticky notes are here, my book, my notepads, my printing papers are here. So in here, the first drawer right here, this is typically all of my filming, most of my filming accessories that I'm not using, or the boxes, gears as well here. Yeah, so the next drawer, I also have some filming equipment. I have my camera here, I have my turntable here, I have my gimbal here, I have another what's it called, microphone in here as well. The third drawer is basically my dyes, whatever hair products I need. The last drawer is basically like my hair care, relaxer, and all of that. This is sort of like my filming wardrobe. So basically I have some clothes that I'm going to be filming with this next couple of days in here as well. Below here is where I have, I don't know if you guys can see that, this is where I have all of my backdrop materials. They are stored in here as well. So that's what we have going on here. This is basically like my my filming wardrobe. So if you would have like a wardrobe or closet for your makeup and clothes and wigs, this is mine for my filming equipment basically. So moving on to this side, basically this is like my backdrop. This is the backdrop that you guys see. So walking into the studio, this is basically what my backdrop looks like. This is what you guys see when I'm filming, and this is what I am backing when I'm filming. So this is currently what my backdrop looks like. Right here I have my shelving area. I have my 100k plaque over here. Yes. I have some candles here. I have another frame here. I have a draping plant here, and I have my office printer right here. This table is a very popular table in the beauty industry. I had it made. I have glass on top just so it's really clean, sleek, and also glossy. I definitely love it. This also serves as a storage unit as well as a display table or display stand for these flowers that you're seeing right here, right? So I have these flowers from my old filming setup. I just basically put them here, and yeah, I have this my signage over here that was made. I'll leave the links to like vendors that, you know, were involved in this process, and also I'm going to also show you guys behind the scenes, setting everything up, and take you guys on the entire process. But this signage, I don't know if you guys can see this, but like I feel like my lights are definitely too bright. Let me dim that down a bit. It is so huge. It takes up the entire space. And yeah, something I forgot to mention about this drawer set was that it actually came silver, but I spray painted the knobs gold because I wanted it to fit and tie into the entire aesthetics. I wanted like that gold accent because I feel like it's just something so classy, expensive, chic about gold that it just looks right. It looks amazing. So yeah, I spray painted this gold. This definitely took me a while. I had to unscrew it first, clean it, spray paint it, let it dry, and then screw it back. So in these drawers I have basically makeup as well as hair products and some, you know, utilities that I use on a regular. The first drawer I have my powders, my blushes, basically powder products, highlights, and all that. in here. This second drawer, I have skin products. So I have my foundations in here. I have my skincare products. I have my moisturizers, my concealers, my primers in here because this drawer is like really wide. This drawer right here, I have like my glosses. I have my lip glosses, lipsticks, basically lip products. I have them in here. So in here, I have my eye product. This drawer right here, I have brushes as well as beauty blenders in here. So basically my face brushes, my eyeshadow brushes are in here. And in the last drawer, this is basically my DIY drawer, things that I kind of need but I don't need on a regular. Some cable organizers. I have some, basically I have all the sellotapes you would ever need. I have them here. I have some candles, and yeah, so coming over to this side where my lashes are, I genuinely love their lashes, Missmetics. They are so fluffy. I have them on right. After that, we have all my eyeshadow palettes in here. My loose eyeshadow pigments are also in here, and lastly I have hair products. So these are what I typically reach out for on a daily basis, and that's why they are here. So over here we have this plant that I got, guys, when I did that 3D design and I saw how beautiful this plant looked and how it would look in this space. I didn't even know there was a plant like this. This is called the bird of paradise plant. And I also got this one. This is a palm, golden palm plant, or the palm plant, not really sure. Also went ahead to buy a white potter as well as a black one, just to fit into the theme. So it ties into the entire look of the room and also ties to the rug. Okay, so now let's talk about this area. Guys, I also got this plant because I think it's so like easygoing and so simple. Now again, this is a floating shelf. This for me was something that I knew that I had to maneuver and kind of do in this studio. But that acts as a hanging shelf for hanging things and stuff. That also acts as a hanger for clothes right here. So whenever I want to film fashion content, I can easily just hang my clothes and basically hang it over here, right? So with this, I can film my fashion content. I obviously wouldn't film my fashion content like this with this plant over here or with this backdrop, because this backdrop wasn't made for fashion content because it's quite busy. So what I would do, like I said in the beginning of this video, I wanted this studio to be very functional. So every corner of this room has its use and its function basically. So on the side, I'm just going to switch over and show you guys how I would create a fashion set for filming fashion videos using what I have. That I was filming in fashion. I feel like my camera is weirdly angled. This is sort of what I might have working for me. I could use this white curtain as my backdrop just because it is so clean and it has little to no details, but you guys can definitely see how I angled my camera. I mean, I could even do a little bit of decor here from beautiful, sort of. So I can close these blinds completely. Too bright outside, and this could potentially be my filming setup for my fashion content, right? So yeah, this is it. Yeah, so this is a more up close detailed look if you guys don't want the entire background showing. I have a blind here. I have a sheer curtain, guys. I have a sheer curtain in both windows because if you're filming content, this is definitely amazing for having that soft natural light glow. It's definitely better than using a blind. So I can take this all up if I want like really bright light. This is what I get. Close it up completely or leave it halfway to illuminate my background a little bit. So right here I have this gold mesh wall hanger thingy going on, and this is typically where I have my YouTube planner as well as my schedule for the day and for the week as well. So yeah, that's what I have going on. this is basically my production and filming setup area. This is what you guys don't see when I'm filming, and this is what I see when I'm filming. Now over here I have the same floating shelf I had at the entrance of my studio over here as well. I basically just have like some flower plants, fake plants basically. Over here I have some of my wires as well as equipment here, so whenever I need something, a wire, charger, you know, battery, charger, I just pick it up and then charge as well. Over here I have a full-length mirror. This is the LED, like a vanity LED mirror kind of going on, and I absolutely love. I feel like this would be another amazing backdrop if I was to be filming another content. And I have like this rug that I brought from my previous studio also here. Now coming over to my filming table and filming chair, this is my filming chair. This is actually a white bar stool. Let me just shame you guys and shame myself at the same time. It's a white bar stool. Yeah. Oh, I've forgotten how pretty this white was. I love the color of the chair. I'm not a fan of the fact that it kind of makes a squeaky noise. I think I didn't install it properly. It makes a squeaky noise, but it's a swivel chair. It rotates 360 and I love it. It's very simple. This was made by me actually. This was handmade. Let me show you guys some. I wanted this pink color to tie in with the entire aesthetics of this room, and that's why we have that on. So now moving on to this side. This side is probably the least active area of the room. Over here I have like this stool over here. It's gold, ties in with the entire set. I have my TV here, and I have this flower plant here. That's what we have going on in this area. All right, so that's the end of my updated and new filming space tour, as well as talking about my filming accessories and equipment. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I try to keep it as short as I could, but I also want it to be very detailed, so you guys can definitely skip to whatever chapter you might be interested in. I'll leave chapters so that it's easier for you guys to watch and to go straight to the point. But I definitely hope this was very helpful and insightful at the same time. If you guys enjoyed this video at any time, do feel free to give me a thumbs up. Comment down in the comment section which was your favorite part. If you have any suggestions, feel free. We take in suggestions and we write them down in this book and we script it out and film it out for you guys. So yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions, content ideas. Feel free to leave it down in the comment section. If you're new here, hi, what's up? My name is Kelechi Mbamana. I'd love to have you stick around with me. I'd love to also have you learn a thing or two, and I'd love to have you inspire me at the same time. So join the community, stick around, and let's just have fun. So again, subscribe here. It is totally free, totally fun. Check out my previous videos with regards to designing the space, as well as my old filming setup, so you guys can see a little bit of similarities, and let me know what your thoughts are at the same time. Again, thanks for watching. My name is Kelechi Mbamana, and I'll see you guys in one of these videos. So yeah, let's go.